This is Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live on SNN Live. We're at the Harris & Harris Group Meet the Portfolio Day here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. Standing with me is Todd Lynch of Metabolon, Inc., a private company. I want to welcome you to SNN Live.
Thank you, Shelley. Thanks for having us.
Well, it's good to have you. What I'd like to do is to start off by you giving our viewers an overview of Metabolon.
Metabolon is the world leader in a disruptive technology known as Metabolomics. What that enables us to do is to identify all the small molecules that are present in a single biological sample.
And how does that become a disruptive technology?
Well, it's disruptive because it's a key tool that hasn't existed before to help drug companies discover and develop their drugs in a more efficient way. But it's also key in that it enables us to develop novel diagnostic tests very successfully.
So give me an example of how a pharma client would use your technology.
Well, sometimes when drugs are being developed, they know it's having a positive effect, but they're not quite sure why it's working the way it is. And so we call those mode of action studies. So we can actually take samples, and actually help them determine exactly how that drug is working, which is very important for them.
Would it also help in determining the side effects?
It does. So often you can see exactly if it's having a negative impact on, say, the liver, for example. We can identify the small molecules and determine why it's having that impact. So it is very important.
That is disruptive technology. I mean, and it probably saves them a lot of money in the lab.
It saves them a lot of money in the lab, and also it's a lot of this is done in preclinical. We do some clinical work, but it also enables us to really understand drugs better prior to it getting into a clinical marketplace in humans.
Well, I think it also enables them to have more proof of concept in terms of what the FDA is looking for when they go into the clinical trials, because using you gives them another definition of where the side effects are and what's causing them and what effect they're having, correct?
Correct. And a lot of times when you're at that stage of drug development, you have 4 or 5 compounds that you're considering to be used in that area. This gives them invaluable information to help to select the best one to actually go in clinical trials.
So tell me what's going on in-house at Metabolon regarding diagnostics.
We're very excited about diagnostics. Our first test is going to launch this month. It's called Quantos, and it's a test that picks up patients who are at risk of becoming diabetic and helps them track that risk over a period of time.
So insulin, huh?
It measures insulin resistance, and that's a precursor 5 to 10 years in advance for someone becoming diabetic, which is a tool that just doesn't exist today.
That's a gigantic market worldwide, isn't it?
It's a huge market. It impacts about a third of the developed world, and unfortunately it's growing at a very rapid rate.
Well, I want to make sure our viewers get more information on Metabolon, so let's send them to your website.
Our website is www.metabolon, which is metabolon.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Todd Lynch, Metabolon, Inc. We're at the Harris & Harris Group Meet the Portfolio Day at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. And I want to thank you for coming on to SNN Live.
Thanks so much, Sally.
You're quite welcome.